I finally decided to decorate the front of my book journal. As you can see, it was plain black, and it was like that for a really long time, pretty much since I got it. And I decided to get a bunch of stickers off of Redbubble that are sort of like book stuff. So this is me. This is how it looks out. I also did the back as well, but I think the front is a lot better. I just had so many stickers, and I still have so many that I bought a little overboard. But yeah, let's do a little journal tour and an update as well, because I definitely have some pages I need to update. So when I started this, to preface, I started this after January, so my January page is like pretty empty, I guess is the best way to say that. Yeah, my January page is pretty empty because I just did it so late. Back to what I was doing. So I'm at, I think 41. So I'm at 42 books so far. My goal was 50 for the year because last year I only read 37, but looking back, I was a full-time student at college at the time, so it made sense that I honestly didn't read as much. But now that I'm out of college and have more time to read, I guess, while I'm working, I'm able to get more reading done as well, just because I am only doing a little internship right now, so I have more time to read. Yeah. I think I'm at 43 because I finished 2 books yesterday. One that was already started, and then I read a whole other one. So I just didn't put it on my Goodreads, but I'm gonna put it there as well. So I have 2 different colors, as you can see. I have the fiction, which is obviously like a bunch of fantasy and such. And then I have the nonfiction, which you can tell is not my favorite because I don't read it quite often. It's just few. But I did like this one that I just finished. It was actually quite good. So as you can see, I did this so late. We're just gonna ignore that. And then I have this one here, which it's not up to date at all, but there's one at the end as well that's sort of like an updated version, I guess, of this. So I'm not even gonna try to fill this in. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and then we'll just do the one at the end later. So this is my February. So you can see I started out writing full pages, but then I realized I sort of don't write enough for full pages, and it was sort of bothering me. So then I started doing half pages, and that's pretty much how I do the rest of it. So I have the book, name, everything, and then how what I thought about it and everything like that. So then that little wrap up, these pages are something I'm still working on because I've never liked how they looked at the end. So they're all completely different. I don't like how any of them look. Still trying to figure out how I want it to look at the end. Then I have a little library card. I recently got one, and so there's a bunch of books I still have to put in there, but I could not tell you the names of them if I'm quite honest. So also, my handwriting is not the best, but it is a journal that's pretty much just for me and now for you guys, so I don't really, I guess, care as much if it's looks absolutely amazing. So then my alphabet one, I have a couple to fill in. I read Powerless, so that can go in there. The naturals here. I don't think that the really matters too much. It did when I first started it, but now I feel like it shouldn't because it is really just that. So this is my March spread. So this is the cover page, and then I did a March TBR, which obviously you can see. I didn't read most of it. I only read a couple. Because I get like, once I get into a series, I feel like I'm in the series and I never want to stop it. So I just keep going. So then, yes, that's, sometimes I don't even write because I'm just like, I don't even know how I feel about it. Anyways, then, so that's that. This is my March recap. I will say this is like probably my favorite one so far. I think just how I did it this way is my favorite. The bottom, it's kind of whatever. But, yeah. And I had an extra page, so I just decorated it. Then this is my April. I sort of do these to like match the weather here in Chicago. So April, it's kind of rainy, still kind of cold. And then I do my April TBR again. Did all this like usual. I do my star ratings, and then, yeah, I just keep going. Obviously, I read more than the other pages I had, so I just sort of doubled up on that one and just didn't write much. And this is my April recap. Sort of did the same way on top, but different on the bottom. And I don't know, yeah. I do love this top part, but this bottom, not so much. So, yeah, I don't know. Then we have, as of now, we have some to fill in here. So we have a one-word title, because this is not the right color. I read Powerless. This one. No, still not that one. Okay. This one should be right. Yeah, for the most part. So I read Powerless, so can fill this one out now. So in May, I had my May TBR. I decided to do 8 books for the first time. Obviously, I did not get to all of them because, like I said, once I start a series, I sort of end up finishing it right away. So I was really ambitious, didn't happen. I do usually read 8 books throughout the month, but yeah, I sort of just didn't. Then, yeah, so I have an extra page here, don't mind that. Then I have my May recap, which, again, this part is the part I like. The bottom, I still don't know what I want to do with it, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just how it is right now. So I decided to just put stickers on it, and this is how it ended up. So yeah, so then I just did the books, the amount of pages I read throughout, and this was my TBR shelf. This is not up to date. I have to update it a bit. So I decided to write my TBR shelf a while ago, and then I decided I'm also gonna write it at the end of this as well. And just like, this is just my physical TBR that I have, which throughout this, since I made this, I've gotten more books, so still more to add. And then at the end, I'm gonna do my physical and like my online TBR as well, and just do everything that I'm sort of want to put down. And then I just sort of, once I read it, I sort of just, yeah, I guess cross it out is the best way to put it. But yeah, I just go through it, and there's that. So you can see I have a lot. I have a lot I want to read, and I sort of never end up actually reading on my TBR. So this is where we are now. This is June. So I've read Powerless, Slow AF. This is what else I want to finish throughout June. I went back to 6 just because, yes, I do read 8 books, but I sort of, as we can tell, like, this isn't on my TBR, I read it. This isn't on my TBR, and I read it. So, yeah. I just finished this one last night, so I still haven't filled it in yet, but it was like 3.5 stars. And then I also finished The Dixon Rule, which is going to go here, by L. Kennedy. So that's going to go here. I'm going to write that all in at a later time, just because I don't want to do it right now. And then, yes, then I'll do my June recap. Don't mind this one. I didn't realize when I was making this, I filled it out upside down. Though I do have a book to add to it. I reread Fourth Wing this month already. Yeah, something was just telling me to reread it, so I did, and yeah, so this is the classic book challenge, so I haven't actually added to it yet. This is just stuff I read growing up and through school and everything, but my goal is to at some point carry on with it, and through that, this is going to carry on into the next journal I do for next year, so it's going to be the same page, and throughout the years, I'm just going to hopefully keep filling it in, and then I can look back and see throughout all this time, like, in 2024, I got this was as many as I thought, and then 2025, different sort of thing. And this is July, so I did it July theme, then August. As you can see, I had so many stickers, and it was just blank, but this is probably my least favorite page. I thought it was gonna look good, and then I finished it, and I hated it, and I was like, no going back now. So yeah, then we have September, October, and then my November pages I haven't done, my November and December, so those aren't done yet, but I have gotten a bit to the back. So this is my updated series tracker, but I do have to update it because I read Powerless. Now I read The Naturals, so I have to fill both those in, but I have to find their colors. And that's it so far. And then I have my 5-star read, so any book that gets a 5-star, I'm gonna put the cover in this page. This was a whole series, so the whole series got a 5-star, so that's why all of them are like that. And then I have my DNF Graveyard. I have another one to add to it. I have The Mountain Is You by Brianna West, and I tried listening to the audiobook version, and yeah, I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Then I have my monthly favorites, so up to date so far as well, and then it's gonna be last half of the year, and then I'm gonna do a book of the year bracket, and I ended up having one winner so far, and as you can see, it's gonna be quite a competition because these are both from Throne of Glass series, and then these are 2 Rick Riordan books from 2 different series that I've actually adored, so yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Then I'm gonna do my top 5 favorite books of the year. Don't know how hard it's gonna be to figure that one out, but Powerless is already up here, so yeah. Then I have a book awards page that I'm eventually gonna do. Then this is my year in review. I sort of planned it out a bit already, but I don't like the size of the stars, so I'm gonna erase those and redo it. And like I was saying, I'm gonna do my full TBR here, and so it's gonna go on for as ever long as I want it to, because it is super long. But yeah, let's go back to the series trackers. I have so that's what I have so far. And I have like I have these on my shelf, like a bunch of them on my shelf, and I just need to read them so that I can start filling them in. I just haven't gotten to it, I guess is the best way to put it. But this is, I think, the next series I'm gonna finish just because I started it already. And I'm waiting for this book to come out, waiting for this one to come out, waiting for this one to come out, and I'll have like more done. And then as the titles come out, I'm gonna add them to the name, as you can see, because these are unfinished series that I just have to add in there as well. But yeah, that's it. That's my journal. That's literally as far as I've ever gotten. And yeah, so I hope you liked it. And literally, I get all my inspo from Pinterest. So if you want any inspo there, I'm probably gonna link the page down below in the comment section so you can see like where I get all my inspo and stuff for everything that I do. But yeah, thanks for watching.